Hello everybody, my name is Josh and welcome to the final bonus video for the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 playthrough. It has taken far too long to get this done, but I think I've figured out a way to do it now, and we're just gonna jump into this. So we are on the iOS version of Sonic 2 right now, and there's a very good reason for this, because there is an extra stage in the iOS version of Sonic 2 that is not in any other version. Although I think this version's now on the Switch, or it'll be on the Switch soon, one or the other, I don't know. But, with that being said, I want to showcase this extra stage, because that's what I want to do with this. So I'm going to head over to this complete save file right here, and I'm going to head over to the Mystic Cave Zone. Because that's the stage that we want it to be. So, this first bit's just going to be me playing through Act 1, as the entrance to the extra stage is in Act 2. That might tell you exactly what it is we're looking for here, but it don't really matter if you don't. So basically, the iOS version of Sonic 2 has done a lot of things to make the experience a bit better, I guess, per se. That's probably the best way I can put it. Because it's basically just done a lot of things to make the game more like Sonic 3, basically. There's stuff like removal of the speed cap. There is a speed cap in... Wow, that was terrible. There is a speed cap in Sonic 2. You know, some people don't know that, but there is. It's there. This time we're going to not die. Is stuff like the removal of the speed cap, which is a thing. A lot of people don't actually know that, but Sonic 2 did have a speed cap, and this iOS version removes it, basically to make the game more like Sonic 3. This bit's still very annoying. There we go. Also, many things like the removal of bugs and all that. For the most part, bugs are removed. Yeah, basically, in my opinion, the iOS version of Sonic 2 is the definitive version of Sonic 2. You should not play any other version of Sonic 2. This should be the version of Sonic 2 that you play forever and ever. Because trying to play other versions of Sonic 2 is not fun. Anyway, that's Act 1 being done now. We're going to move on to Act 2 now, and Act 2 is where the stage that we want to go to is actually located. And that may give you a hint as to where the entrance for this stage is. It's very fun. Sonic 2 on iOS also has widescreen support. As you can see, the game is completely widescreen. And one thing that's common misconception is that this is not an emulator. This is the complete game rebuilt from the ground up in a new engine. It is not an emulator. A lot of people think it's an emulator, but it really isn't. This applies to Sonic 1's iOS port as well. Both are great versions of the game, and I definitely recommend playing it for this. Anyway, here's where the entrance to our level is. You just fall down into the once bottomless pit that you could not get out of, but now it leads you into Hidden Palace Zone, a stage that if you remembered watching my beta episodes for the bonus videos, you will know exactly what Hidden Palace is. Basically, Hidden Palace is a stage that was removed from Sonic 2 because of something. I don't think it's ever actually stated why it was removed, but Hidden Palace Zone was very close to completion in actuality, and unfortunately the stage was removed from the final games. I personally really love this stage. I think it's a great stage. I think it's really stupid that it was removed. I heavily enjoy Hidden Palace Zone though, and a lot of people do, actually. It's a very fun stage. A lot of people remember it. This is entirely new level design. It's not taken from a earlier prototype, although the original prototype version can be played. You'll have to input a code for it, though, and I can't remember the code off the top of my head. Another thing that the iOS version of Sonic 2 does is I have all the Chaos Emeralds, and I transform into Super Sonic the same way as Sonic 3, where basically you hit the button again. You hit the jump button twice to transform into Super Sonic, because in the original version of Sonic 2, you didn't hit. You hit the jump button once, and Sonic automatically transformed. That is an example of what those things there were actually meant to do. And alongside this, Hidden Palace also has an extra boss. I'm going to actually let him do his thing. So basically, Eggman's going to use his tuba top thing. He's going to create small bombs. These don't really mean anything. The next thing he's going to do is create a big bomb. And what you want to do with this bomb is you want to basically hold it underneath Eggman so that when the big bomb goes off, it hits his ship and brings him down, which allows you to hit him. If you're normal Sonic and not Super Sonic, you can't actually hit him from the top as he moves up slightly when you try and jump up at him. So that's how you need to defeat Eggman in that boss fight. It's actually quite a difficult boss fight and took a bit for me to get through the first time. With that being said, once you finish Hidden Palace Zone, you get this Sonic Got Through Zone thing that you never saw in the original game, and the game immediately takes you to Oil Ocean Zone. So basically, your normal stuff. Let's exit this here now, though. We are going to talk about a few more things that the iOS version of Sonic 2 has, which I think, in my opinion, makes it the definitive version of the game. If you don't mind playing on a phone, that is. The Time Attack mode is here, where basically you choose any stage you want to, and play through the game. Now, I could have easily just shown off Hidden Palace here. As you can see, here's Hidden Palace. There you go. I could have easily just clicked on that and shown it through there, but I wasn't going to. They also have the two-player versus mode, which requires Game Center and all that. It's really weird, and you have to connect to another player. It's weird. This game also has achievements, which I don't have a Game Center account, so I can't actually access that. It's your typical achievements, though. There's also leaderboards, and your typical help and options settings and whatnot. There are instructions, teach you how to play the game, yada yada yada. Very basic stuff. There are also settings in which you can actually change the box art of the game that shows up on the title screen. So say I've got it on European right now because I'm Power Region, but if I change it to Japanese, there you go, the cartridge has changed. Same applies to if you switch it to European. Same applies if you switch it to US. You can go back over here, and there you go, you have a different cartridge. The cartridge changes. That one doesn't change much, but the top of the cartridge does change there. I think the European version actually has a gold border on the cartridge as well. I have to double check that. No, but the top of the cartridge changes. So, yeah. In Sonic 1 on iOS, going into your settings can also gives you an option to turn the spin dash on or off. You then got your About section, where you can see the actual box art, and staff credits. That not in-game credits. There are also some stuff and whatnot. There's an extra special stage in this version. I will showcase it now. You'll have to enter no save mode to enter the level select, and to enter the level select you tap SEGA and then you hold the bottom of the screen. 2 fingers, you wait for the game to load up. That didn't work. I must have clicked something wrong. Just a moment. I'll do that properly this time. See, to access the level select, you go into no save mode. Once Sega appears, you tap it in order, and then you hold the bottom of the screen. This only works in no save mode. And there you go, there's your level select. Level select is basically the same. Go to your sound test, you play sound 7, and then go to the special stage, you get the extra special stage. This is special stage number 8. This is not in the original game. This is only in the remake. And it's not an easy special stage. I have never seen this special stage before. Ever. I have never actually played it. It took me a really long time to get special stages. And yeah, this special stage is definitely a test of your skills. They don't hold back at all. I'm probably going to fail it here, but I don't care. Yeah, see? Failed. Not easy at all. I think this is definitely the hardest special stage. But it's got some really interesting mechanics that the original game could never pull off. And that's what I love about it. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to go back to the title screen now. That was really all I wanted to show off. You could also play as Knuckles in this version, and there's widescreen support and everything. It's really, in my opinion, the definitive version of Sonic 2, and if you want to play this game, I definitely suggest getting this version, because there's a save feature, you don't have to restart the game, or whatever. That's what I really like about it. Anyway, until the next video, which will be the Legend of Zelda bonus video, I will see you all next time. Goodbye!